Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm Joseph Novichkov, Senior Trading Manager with GDM. Today's outlook, we start with Asian shares. They were higher across the board this morning, underpinned by a weaker finish in the US and of course gains in crude prices overnight that boosted oil-related countries. The dollar nursed modest losses today, having suffered a setback on fresh signs that the US economy slowed significantly in the first quarter, which could delay the Federal Reserve's decision to begin hiking interest rates. The dollar fell as far as 119.42 yen over the night, from a level above 120. It last stretched down to 119.57, down 0.2% on the day. China's Shanghai Composite Index sagged on profit-taking, receding from a fresh multi-year high of 38.17 points attained earlier in the session. Australia's S&P 200 index notched up 8 traders that took positions in financial place ahead of the Reserve Bank of Australia's policy meeting next week. The Aussie was down 0.3% at 0.7579, languishing near a 6-year through of 75.61 as price of iron ore, Australia's single biggest export earner, hit fresh lows. European markets opened mixed today ahead of the long Easter weekend, and of course as concerns about the US economy slowdown increase. US employment and manufacturing data disappointed on Wednesday, that's yesterday, and of course market focus today is likely to be on the afternoon weekly jobless claims, which as analysts are expecting to show a slight increase of 268,000. The euro climbed to 1.08 from 1 week low of 1.0713. It last stood flat at 1.06 earned, and worries about Greece and negotiations with lenders prevented the euro from making more gains. In the UK, all eyes will be on the country's political leaders as they take part in a 7-day television debate, which could help decide the outcome of next month's election. The most difficult, of course, to call in debates. The sterling is moving sideways, so we're actually neutral on it at the moment. Gold hovered above 1200 level an ounce on Thursday morning, clinging to gains from the previous session when it rose the most in 2 months after weak US private job data suggested that a more comprehensive employment report could disappoint the markets. Indications that the US economy slowed significantly in the first quarter supports the safe havens assets such as gold, which is trading not far off from the 3-week high reached last week. Oil futures fell this morning, retreating from a big gain in the previous session as the prospect that any deal in nuclear talks with Tehran and a possible increase in its crude exports helped to keep pressure on the price. Major powers in Iran have stretched talks on Tehran's nuclear program into a second day past an end's March deadline, with diplomats saying chances for a preliminary deal were balanced between success and collapse. US crude prices snapped 3 session losing streaks on Wednesday, gaining $2 or a little bit more after data from the Energy Information Administration showed a fall in rig drilling for oil resulted in a drop in US output last week for the first time since late December. And of course, today's calendar is with US jobless claims. Stay tuned. That's all. That's everything from me from today. Thank you very much for being with us. Bye-bye.